Aries, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are brand new here, come in and check out the channel. If you're cross-watching, come in, look at the playlists, try to find your particular person or situation, and see if you like the videos. Leave some comments. Join this community with me, okay? Aries, we're going to take a look at your present energy. We're going to look at your crossing challenge. We'll take a look at your recent past or things that may be lying below the surface that we might want to take a look at. We'll move all the way down through the 10 cards and finally end up with wishes and worries and your outcomes, your fears, that type of thing. So stick around. Let's see what the energy says. If these things resonate with you, wonderful. If they do not resonate with you, like I said, I will leave some videos at the end. I have just laid down 2 or 3 different sets. So go in there and check them out and see what you think. But for Aries, we're going to talk about your present energy right now, okay? What's the present energy for Aries? This is the last quarter cycle. We're about to enter into the Capricorn season. Aries is a fiery energy, so you may be feeling a little restless right at the moment. Like you've got some things you need to do, but you may be feeling a little stuck. That's kind of the energy I was picking up on this morning. But we'll see what's happening for Aries, okay? Present energy for Aries right now. Okay. We have the Five of Wands in the present energy right now. These messages could get a little individualized, so only take what resonates with you. But it seems that with the Five of Wands that there is definitely some kind of commotion. This could be lots of different situations, so I'll just give you a few examples, right? So this could be in your particular relationship. There is commotion, chaos. Not necessarily fighting, but a clash of egos, perhaps. You know, a clash of ideas. I think we should do this. I think we should do that. It could also talk about emotional, that you're having an emotional battle that's taking place. You've been thinking about a particular person, a particular situation. So we'll move into the second card and hopefully we'll be able to find out what's up. So in your second card, Aries, this is your crossing challenge, okay? These are things that may be crossing your way. The Three of Cups. So this could be a relationship of some kind, communication. I'll take when I come, when it happens. So this could be that you're waiting on some kind of communication to come in, some kind of an exchange of some kind. We could be talking about some third-party influences in your midst, okay? This doesn't have to be a particular person. This could be a situation, who's going to go pick up the kids, really simple. All the way to a complex situation where maybe somebody's invited themselves into your relationship or has come across you or might come across you, but this is a challenge for you. So we'll find out what's going on. Aries, your third card talks about the foundation, what lies underneath. So perhaps maybe there's some energies lying underneath, subconscious wise or intuition wise that you know. So we'll try to find out and see what's up with that, okay? So what's in Aries energy? What's lying underneath? Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? The Knight of Swords is a card that says perhaps there's an energy that is moving within you that you feel like you need to relay a message to someone. You need to say something. And it could be about this third-party relationship. And you feel like the need to speak your mind to somebody. The Knight of Swords is not a person that's withheld, okay? That's why they're on the charging horse moving forward. So this feels like the charging horse that either someone has come against you in a way that has offensive means, or that you're waiting on some information to come in that could very well be the deliberation of this Three of Cups, okay? This union, this coming together, the sisterhood. This could be a community that you're involved with. It could be a relationship situation. So excuse me. We will take a look at your fourth card, the recent past. So what was in the recent past for Aries here? Okay. Some kind of cycle, some kind of change. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune, right? This could have been that you came into a situation that a betterment for yourself, and there might have been a, let's see, with that foundation being that Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, so I went to the casino and I hit for $3,000, and then now my sister knows that I hit and she's needing some money. Okay, and I said with that Knight of Swords, it might have been an energy that was where it was kind of like wasn't necessarily a good energy. Okay, that's just one example, but another example might be like your relationship changed. Okay, something changed in your relationship. Maybe you moved away. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about cycles of luck, of course, but it also talks about the highs and lows. Okay, and I feel like with this energy moving in, maybe something changed. You were waiting on perhaps this. The Three of Cups challenge might have meant something like, I'm waiting for this person to divorce their wife or their husband, or I'm waiting for them to break up with their boyfriend or their girlfriends, or whatever this might be. It doesn't necessarily have to be a monogamous type relationship. This could refer to throuple relationship or anything like that. This was met with the challenge of the Three of Cups. So take it how it applies with you. But somewhere in this cycle here of the recent past, something definitely changed for you. Some situation changed or opened up, doors opened up, or maybe some doors were closed. It depends on how the situation is for you. So that was the recent past. So your number 5 card talks about the possibilities of what could be. Okay. So what are the possibilities? What could be for Aries in this energy here? Okay. We have the Temperance card that shows up. Okay. The Temperance could be talking about a Sagittarius. The possibilities of maybe this person or this relationship revolves around somebody who could be Sagittarius. And the possibilities of Temperance talk about maybe that there's going to be a change. Okay. She's pouring from one cup to the other, which talks about change. Now, this could be a change of mindset, a change of attitude, a change of heart, a perspective, the Temperance card is there for balance. It talks about spiritual balance, and then your worldly balance, your stability balance here on earth, that type of scenario. So perhaps your perspective changed after this brand new cycle. And the third card that came out was what was lying underneath was this information, something coming in very fast. And perhaps it's left you in a place where now you need to really kind of stabilize and understand what all that was about, or maybe take a closer look at whatever information you heard in. It could have been, a text saying a bunch of gossip, for instance, that this person was doing this or this person was doing that. And, you're really trying to analyze it because the swords do represent communication. And with the Temperance here, I kind of feel like, that being in your, your possibilities of what could be, it's really asking you to analyze a little bit better. So Aries, the next card is your number 6, the near future. Okay. What's around the bend? What's coming up here? What's around the next turn for Aries? I think you're going to get that information. Okay. The Page of Swords is kind of a very youthful energy that says, I'm not afraid to speak. Like I said, once again, we are talking about swords, the communication. So this could be a text definitely coming in, a call of some sort. Let's see. I guess the question would be, are you on the defense about it? That maybe you're continuing to hear things that's questioning you? Or are you taking another stance of collaboration? We did have the challenge card, meaning, do I reach out? Do I reciprocate? Do I respond? If this is a relationship, perhaps it could have been something that's taken a while. Remember, your energy was an emotional card, okay, with the 5 of Wands, your very first card coming out, meaning that was what your present energy was. So your stance on this could be an emotional roller coaster ride, okay? You're not sure about whether or not you can trust this information, that's coming into you. And like I said, with the Three of Cups, I really feel like the challenge being this third party, whatever it is. So you're getting some kind of information from somebody on the outside, perhaps. So your number 8 card talks about what is the environment around Aries? What external forces are around Aries right now? Are there any energies that are, energy vampires in your way? Is there people, gossiping, messing around? Okay. The energy around you is the Ace of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Cups, some kind of a divine relationship of some type. Makes sense. Makes sense. You're just wanting to know if it's going to come together or not, whether or not you can trust this. You had as your 4th card in the recent past, there was this cycle of change. So perhaps you are invested in this yourself. Are you in the Ace of Cups offering? Are you offering yourself to an individual or emotions to this third party relationship, and you're wondering what my tongue stops, so it's kind of a sign that perhaps Aries is having a hard time communicating, perhaps their own emotions, or that you're waiting on those. You're waiting for this an emotional apology, this emotional offering, this emotional something. Okay, Aries. Yeah. So that's in the environment around you, okay? Now, the number 9 card talks about your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries. And yeah, my throat's starting to close off. So I feel like you've been waiting on an apology, or you've been waiting on an answer for somebody to say, I like you too, or I love you too, or, I think about you too often, or whatever this is. It feels very emotional. Like I said, your present energy was the 5 of Wands. So, and you're just needing somebody to reciprocate that maybe they feel the same way about you, So your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries, Aries. Okay. It's the wish fulfilled. Is your wish going to be fulfilled? Your hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. And the 9 of Cups shows up for us, okay? Now, the 9 of Cups is definitely this wish fulfillment. The 9 of Cups is the student of joy and happiness, and he indulges in his joyfulness, okay? He indulges in the things that he expresses emotionally. It's the indulgent card, okay? Now, this also could be, there's a couple of ways to look at it. It didn't come out in the reverse, but in the reverse position, it can also talk about a temporary status. You notice that he's sitting on a throne of a bench, not an actual throne. So it kind of shows the temporariness of this situation. But he's a manifester, okay? All those cups sitting behind him tells me that you don't really have a problem with, getting the things that you need or want. But for some reason, there's a catch with this one, because something feels very divine about it, okay? You did have the Ace of Cups show up, right? So something about it is very divine, and it's, you're wondering perhaps, this could be a situation where you're wondering if it's limerence, if you're the only one involved in this, and, this is not a reciprocated type of situation, and it makes you crazy in the head. Excuse me, because like I said, your energy at the moment was the 5 of Wands, and that talks about this, this emotional clarity that you're really trying to express or trying to figure out, okay? So the number 10 card talks about the outcome and the direction that you're going, okay? So Aries, where are you going to go with this, all right? Hang on, I got to pause for just a second. Yeah. Yeah, so where are you going with this? What's your outcome and what's your direction here? Okay. Kind of got you isolated. You kind of pulled back. You're not sure. Like I said, I feel like you're waiting on an apology. You're waiting on for somebody to say, I feel the same way. I feel this too, or what have you. And I think what I would like to do for you is to clarify. I want to clarify the number 7 card. This Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands. I want to clarify. You're showing up as the Knight of Swords, right? And I said that either you need to communicate or you need to express something to somebody, or you feel like somebody needs to say something to you. So I want to know, what do you need to hear from this person? What is it that you would ask this person? Okay. Do you feel bound up as well? Do you feel like, that you're unable to move? Perhaps, are you going to leave this relationship? Or am I taking this to the point where it feels like an illusion? Is this all an illusion in my head? The number 8 of Swords talks about that being an illusion. You can take the blindfolds off, and you can take and remove the wraps. They're loosely wrapped, so that it has that sense of an illusion to it. She could easily turn right around and walk towards the castle, right? There's no swords behind her. She's not pinned to the ground. There's not like this huge water flowing through there. There's just a trickle, little small stream. So this is an illusion card, right? Overthinking that this thing may be bigger than what it is, or, you just need to know what the answer is. So, and it makes sense with the 5 of Wands being your challenge card. So I think what I'd also like to clarify is you've kind of hermited yourself there. That was the outcome card, right? Saying I'm isolating and secluding, right? So Aries, can we find an outcome? Can we find the answer that we're looking for? Is that a possibility? For the outcome and direction for Aries. Okay. King of Swords. You're about to get an answer, okay? You're about to get an answer, Aries. But the King of Swords, let's be gentle, and I don't want to get your hopes up on this. But what I do mean is that you're going to get an answer, but it may not be the answer that you're looking for. Sometimes, especially in introspection, I think the reason your outcome card, the very first card, the 10th card, the final card, was the Hermit, you've isolated because I think intuitively, right? And that deep down, you're just trying to alchemize this answer. You're trying to turn the possibility that it's a no, or that this is not going to go anywhere. And you're trying to, you pulled back for introspection to find out. Like I said, you're wondering whether or not this is an illusion card. Okay. And you're wondering if this is the wish fulfilled for you, right? We saw that. But I'm here to tell you, Steampunk Psyche's here to tell you what these cards are saying. That it's a beautiful thought to hold on to a divine offering of love. But remember, your challenge card was whether or not it reciprocates, if it's coming back to you. And sometimes these lessons, they burn, they sting, they hurt. But here's the thing, you're a beautiful person. You're a person that feels love, emotional, caring, giving, that type of thing. And I kind of feel like that's the answer. It's that maybe you might be wishing on something that somebody is just not capable of giving to you. Whether that's an apology, whether that is, yes, I think about you a lot too, or I feel like, we have so much in common. All those things that our mind would really like to hear us or hear be said to us, so it would comfort us. And that doesn't always happen, does it? I mean, sitting around and waiting can really suck. So here's the kicker, Aries. Be patient in this time. Be patient. We're at that brand new moon, or the new moon stage, and it's like our brains are going 90 miles an hour, but our body wants to rest. Stay in your hermit for a little bit if that's necessary. Kick back, chill. Focus on yourself. Take care of yourself. Take a hot bath. drink some wine, kick back, listen to your favorite songs, you know, draw, paint, do whatever that comfort thing is for you, and allow this phase, allow this cycle. You know, we did see in the recent past this cycle changing for you. Sometimes we just have to, you know, the wheel of fortune is definitely a fortune, and it's not necessarily in a financial mean, but it's an fortune to help us understand how we can attain our highest abundance. And sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with financial. You know, the universe has a way of opening up a door for us in ways that we never knew were even possible. Like, where the hell did that come from, right? Okay. Aries, I hope you got something from this. I hope that I clarified something and maybe kind of helped you relax into the just the feeling that everything's going to be okay, regardless, no matter what. Everything is a lesson for us. Life teaches us lessons, you know. Videos don't teach us lessons. Books, they don't teach us lessons. They're just tools for help to help us, get a little more clarity on. But ultimately we have to do the work. So, okay, good reading, Aries. I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. You know, if you're brand new, joining the channel, subscribe. Okay, we're trying to grow this community together, and that way we can share everything. Leave your comments in the community section if you'd like. So anyway, Aries, I hope to see you again on the next one. Okay, all right, bye bye.